Well, hi there. My name is Rap, and I like to build model kits. And this is the Kotobukiya high-end master model Blade Liger. So this is actually the original release Blade Liger. So not a marking plus, not a repack. If anything, this one kind of got a different sort of reissue that we'll address in a later video. But this is what 2007 had to offer in the world of Kotobukiya high-end master models. So this doesn't really come with anything super special. What you see is kind of what you get. The only difference is I did paint around the trim of the cockpit and added some panel lining, but it comes with the option for stickered decals as opposed to water slides. So another thing to at least mention is that this actually has almost the entirely same frame as the Shield Liger, which kind of means it suffers from a lot of the same problems that the Shield Liger had, because they're just that, they're the exact same things. This just comes with a different weapon loadout, different armor, different feet, but for the most part, this and the Shield Liger are very similar. So because this is pretty much like the Shield Liger, I'm going to do like I did with the Shield Liger and remove the tail and showcase that first, which is going to be exact same as the Shield Liger tail, except it's going to have this bit at the end instead of the double cannon. So now let's get into the actual articulation of this kit, starting at the head, which has lots of really nice detail. And again, I painted the trim, so that canopy would just be clear orange. But we'll start at the canopy. Opens up with Wanda and Wilhelmina white. This top fringe comes up. Both the ears and both the cheeks flare out, as well as this panel underneath. And the mouth has an open and closed gimmick. The head is on a ball joint, so can wiggle around side to side, up pretty far, down pretty decent, and it's a little hard to see, but there is a second hinge in here so that the head can actually lift right up. And this cockpit does come loose a lot. But moving the head a bit forward, this panel opens up similar to the Shield Liger, but instead of guns, it actually comes with these two thrusters, which can go on the same moving gimmick as the gun. But it does have a sliding mechanism as well. Tuck away your knee. Has to be slightly extended to fold away proper though. Okay. Feet, same thing as the Shield Liger, side to side, up and down, individual toes. And I didn't mention this with the Shield Liger, but there is another hinge back here that will allow it to get some pretty good articulation. But the legs are going to be the same as the Shield Liger. Same flaring out gimmick. but it does get a 360, but it's super tight because of this. So I take off one leg, full extension, which is not the prettiest, all the way in, and they're actually connected on these peg and hole setup, so it will rotate, which the shoulder I didn't mention in the Shield Liger also will do a little bit of a wiggle, and it will actually lift up a decent amount and go down a decent amount. Same thing with the other side. Back legs, same deal. Good bend this way and that way. Full extension. Really full extension. Same flaring gimmick. And the same deal with the toes, which, to get a good look at them, there we go, they've actually got a bit of a point on them compared to the Shield Liger. Your tail lights, and everything's going to be the same on this side. Now, you didn't come to a Blade Liger review to see the movement of the arms or the legs or what it shares in similarities with the Shield Liger. You came to see the blades, which fold down in a similar fashion to the Shield Liger's missile pods, using the same piston and hinge. If I remove this one, this does have its own slide gimmick, an extended blade, and it does have a spot here for when it's using it as a blaster, because the blades on the Blade Liger also doubled as blasters. They go in here. This piece here will rotate all the way around for whatever you feel like you need it to do, and it will move all the way forward and all the way back. It can do a 360, but the Blade Liger kind of gets in the way. So what else about the Blade Liger is a little bit different? Well, even as the third kit, they got away with those pipes, those plastic tubes, and instead have these much more solid bars, which still allow for the kit to have a little bit of wiggle. But be careful, because since it's still the same frame as the Shield Liger, it can and will fall apart. And it replaces the triple shot cannons for these much more aggressive double cannons. For a quick size comparison, here it is next to the Kotobukiya high-end Master Model Command Wolf. And you can see that it really completely dwarfs the Command Wolf. And here it is next to the high-end Master Model Shield Liger. And the Blade Liger is still that much bigger. Even with the Shield Liger just full shield mode, the Blade Liger sitting still just looks so much bigger. So if I had to give this kit a rating, I would probably give this kit either a 5 or a 6. Not because it's poor construction or anything like that, but because finding the Blade Liger, just the basic Blade Liger like this, is gonna run you a pretty penny right now, and it's not cheap. Plus, they did come out with the Blade Liger AB, which is everything this kit is, slightly different yellow, I think, and it comes with the attack booster add-on, where this kit is just the Blade Liger. So thank you for coming to the review. I really appreciate it. If you know someone who's interested in getting a Blade Liger, you could show them this video, but definitely tell them to just get the Blade Liger AB. This kit's not bad, it's just way too expensive for what it is. Thank you to all of the new subscribers, by the way. I know I'm just a small channel, but I really appreciate every person who subscribes. And as per usual, I'm gonna post a bunch of different pictures at the end just to give you an idea of some of the articulation and just to have a little bit of fun. So, until the next one, Zoid on!